Hello and welcome back to Simple Money Podcast, Canada's own personal finance podcast. I'm Matthew Seawick, also known as the Friendly Financial Coach. So today, we're looking at grants that are available to those that have RESPs. We'll be looking at the Canada Education Savings Grant, both basic and additional versions, and provincial grants. Next week, we'll hear from Luke at SmartSaver, who will discuss the Canada Learning Bond in detail. So, the Canada Education Savings Grant, also known as the CESG, comes in two major forms: a regular version and an additional version that offers extra grant money to low and medium income households. CESG matches contributions made to eligible RESP beneficiaries until the end of the year that they turn 17. As a quick side note, a little-known exclusion exists for beneficiaries that have RESPs set up late in their life. A beneficiary will not be eligible to receive CESG when they are 16 or 17 if one out of the two conditions are not met. The first of the two conditions, at least $2,000 was contributed in one single year before the end of the year that the beneficiary turns 15. Or, second, $100 was contributed annually for 4 previous years or more. If neither of these conditions are met, a beneficiary will not be eligible to receive the CESG when they are 16 or 17. The basic CESG, which is available to all eligible households, offers an annual grant of 20% on annual contributions up to $2,500. So the most that you can receive for each year is $500 in grant funds. This contribution room also carries forward to future years if you're unable to use the full annual grant. If you use past CESG, the most that you can receive is $1,000 a year in grant funds. This would be the equivalent of contributing $5,000 of your own money in a year. So $2,500 of that would be for the current year, and $2,500 of that would be for a past year or years. The grant also has a lifetime limit of $7,200 for each beneficiary. This amount is just the grant paid out and does not include any of the interest that would have been received on any of the grant funds. This equates to 14.4 years of full contributions. An additional option is also available for beneficiaries that come from low and medium income households. This additional grant is either 10 or 20% extra on the first $500 contributed annually. The grant is 20% if the household's adjusted net income is $46,605 and 10% if the net income is over this amount but under $96,208. Both of these income figures are from 2018 and would adjust annually with inflation. We'll be looking at this much more in depth in the future, but these grant funds, when removed from the account to pay for educational costs, are taxed in the hand of the beneficiaries. Similarly, they are also clawed back by the government if they are not used by the beneficiary or an eligible sibling. Next up, we look at some specialty grants that are only offered by a few provinces. If you're not from Quebec, BC, and sort of Saskatchewan, you're out of luck. So first of all, Quebec. Their grant, the Quebec Education Savings Incentive, offers an additional 10% grant on all contributions up to $250 a year, and vulnerable households can receive an extra 5 or 10% on the first $500 contributed. This is of course on top of other RESP grants, so this means that all qualifying households in Quebec can receive 30% on their RESP contributions. The maximum QESI grant that each beneficiary can receive is $3,600. BC also has a program called BC Training and Education Savings Grant. This gives a lump sum payment of $1,200 to qualifying beneficiaries. This grant is available to all eligible children when they turn 6 until their 9th birthday. Importantly, parents do not need to make a contribution to receive this grant. They just need to have an eligible RESP open and apply to receive this grant. Finally, Saskatchewan sort of has the Saskatchewan Advantage Grant for education savings. The reason why I say sort of is because this program was suspended on January 1st, 2018 due to financial issues in the province. Previously, this grant offered an extra 10% on RESP contributions that were $2,500 or less. So families were able to receive an additional $250 a year if they contributed the full $2,500 into an RESP. The limit to this grant is $4,500 for each beneficiary. That's it for today, but make sure you tune in next week where we'll be talking to Luke from Smart Saver, who's going to discuss the Canada Learning Bond in detail. This is another very important grant and an episode that you won't want to miss. Thank you again for listening to Simple Money. If you want to contact me, you can reach me at info@ffcoach.ca, or you can find me on Twitter at @f_fcoach. Take care and talk to you soon.